Hi, this is Queen from Event Support. In this video, we will be discussing the Stream Viewer tab for your event timeline or your AStream timeline. So to start, let's open your AStream timeline and let's click on Event Info on the left-hand side. And here is the Stream Viewer tab. So from here, let's start with Time Counter. So Time Counter will show either the time from the start of the webinar or the time until the end of the webinar. So if you select Count Up, this time here on the upper right of the webinar will show the time from the start of the webinar. If you select Countdown, this time will show the remaining time until the end of the webinar. Now here for the image, if you have the live stream image set to show, it will show that the webinar is live. So this is how it will look like. You'll see live stream here on the upper right hand side, and you'll also see a live image here on the lower part of the webinar. So if you have it set to show, it will show that one, or you can simply hide it. And then for the pre-webinar background, you can have this set to show, or you can have it enabled and select the background that you want. So this is how it will look like. This is the pre-webinar background. This is the default that you'll be seeing on the countdown room. Now, if you have selected your own, that will reflect on the background image here. Now, for the A event logo, you have the option to either show it or hide it. So if you click on show, you can actually select the logo that you want to appear. If you don't want any specific logo showing on your webinar, you can just leave it blank. And this is the image that it will show, the A event logo. And then for the favicon, this one is actually something that you can set to show your company's logo. It will look like this one. So if you have an A event logo or favicon, this is how it will look like. If you have your own favicon, this is where you'll see it. All right. Now let's move over to live audience count. So you have three options here. You can show either you can show true, which is the exact number of attendees for that webinar. You can hide it and no one will see the number of live attendees. Now, if you select peak, there are six values that need to be defined. So you have to select the start of the webinar, and then you select the end, the surge point time, peak, and peak time. So at the start of the webinar, there will be 10 or start attendees. The surge point is defined as 2, which is this is the surge point time minutes. So between the start of the webinar and the 2 minutes in, the count will rise from 10 to 23. That's the surge point attendees. Then from 2 minutes, so this is the surge point time, 2 minutes, and then to 15 minutes, which is the peak time minutes, the count will rise from 23 to 40. So you can actually set that. Then from 15-minute mark until the end of the webinar, it will drop to 18. So that is the end. This is what we're showing you on these default settings. The flow in which these numbers is mimicked to be realistic as possible. So the example we've given you would be for a short 30-minute event in which the link drop was before the 15-minute mark. So we suggest you use a surge point, as that is the first 10 to 15 minutes from a webinar starts getting heated up. The peak time is your call to action time. So the first time you drop the link or the price point, etc. Now, once you're satisfied, just click on save here. And then for the audio, you have the option to select the audio either from the main or the secondary video if you have the secondary video enabled. For the live chat, if you have this enabled, there are two options you can select from. So only support sees attendee messages. Only your people, your support people can see the attendee messages. All other attendees cannot see them. If you select show all chat to everyone, everyone on the webinar will be seeing the chats. And if you enable show timestamp, it will show the time when the message was sent. Once you're satisfied on the settings, just click on save. And then for the prime insertion point, if you have this enabled, you can actually set the seconds when you want to start the webinar at uh, when you set this one up. So prime insertion point is when you want to start the webinar at X minutes instead of 0. So once you're satisfied, just click on save at the bottom. So that would be all about Stream Viewer. If you have any questions, feel free to contact support. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get notified of our future uploads, and feel free to leave us a comment below. Thank you for watching.